Welcome, guys. This is going to be a guide on how to be aggressive on console. We're going to be going over some do's and don'ts. I actually fuck up a lot during this game, but it doesn't matter as long as you're able to outplay and maneuver your opponent. We'll be going over it kind of like a step by step what you should be doing, what you should be not be doing, what you should be kind of keeping like an awareness of the game. Uh, Playing on console is a little bit different than playing on PC. There's certain limitations. You can certainly be really fast at building, but not as fast as the PC players, and as a result, you can't play as aggressive. Especially this patch where they implemented the delay and swapping your guns. Like if you play super aggressive on console, you get punished really hard, really quick. So now I don't want to say Epic's kind of catering to like the new players, kind of making it easier for them to play the game, but um, when you play aggressive on the console, you have to be a little bit more mindful of what you're doing. So without further ado, we'll hop right into it. I will be probably pausing this video every now and then, just kind of explain some key points. I mean, there's Fortnite. Okay, so I can break it down into basically four categories. There's gun skill, which I think is about 40% of what contributes to overall skill in Fortnite. There's building. I give that about another 40% because those two kind of go hand in hand. So there's about 20% remaining. 15% of that is kind of like awareness of like being like you know what's in your surroundings, and you can react well under pressure. It's your reaction time. And then the last category, I would say luck. Like, there's a lot of luck in this game as far as the bullet spread. Sometimes like you'll be popping headshots one after another, and sometimes you just want to hit a shot. Like it's like standing still people. It's just RNG in this game. So enough of that. We'll just go hop right into it. I did get a victory on this one. It wasn't very clean. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I fucked up a lot. I fucked up my building a lot. I'm trying a little bit different controls out. I'm playing on max sensitivity, which is kind of good. The only drawback playing max sensitivity, your shotgun game is pretty ass sometimes. The plus side is that you can build crazily. Like you can jump, spin around, build your one by one pretty quickly. The thing though on console, when you spin around too quickly, it doesn't build one of the walls in your one by one. So you gotta kind of not spin around as fast. You have to kind of spin, pause, then keep going, type of thing, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So if you want to play aggressive on console, usually I land in the first big town that the bus is going across. Here I have no clue what I'm doing. I got pretty kind of a late drop. Don't be afraid to open these chests. I mean, it's kind of RNG which side of the chest the gun's gonna pop out on. So right there, like that was just a risk I took, and it just all happened to pay off. There was just some really shitty walls, but always kill the small furniture, the one-hit furniture, because you have to have mats, especially early in the fights. Like having like an extra 30-40 mats is a game changer, right? So right now I'm just trying to figure out where everyone's at. It's not very aggressive because I only have like one mat at this point. You can't see it on the screen, but yeah, we're gonna have the UI here. This is a replay. The replay feature in the game is really convenient. It's not showing the map for whatever reason. I mean, there's still some bugs, but I mean, it is what it is. In the replay system, you can actually go in and it tells you where everyone's at too, so it kind of helps you out. Right here, I hear two people. So right here, I literally had two mats to build with. So I heard a guy in this house, I heard the guy pulling up here. So I built up over the guy in the house I'm next to, and I just had to take a RNG chance right here of outgunning this guy. I actually thought I had my full auto out, but I had a burst, but we ended up killing him anyway. And luckily the guy, the other guy was a potato. You can see him there in the cracks. So pretty chill. That's alright. Really not much. Just try not to stand still when you're looting. Try to be really quick at looting. Don't like stand spot too long. I mean, obviously, Um, a good thing to get in a habit is multitasking. Like, say if you're bandaging up or whatever, you can switch your items around and drop items that you don't want, etc. I prefer full autos this patch instead of the burst. They just seem more consistent overall. And plus, my accuracy is pretty shit sometimes. See there, I took the time to line up like the 100% accuracy shot. I completely fucked up the headshot, but it's okay. You see there, like, I was completely potato with my shots, but it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you can build up and just get the high ground. I mean, that was just a simple outplay. That's all it was. Like, the guy could have been equally as skilled, gun wise than me, but the fact that he didn't build up or anything, he gets punished for it. You can't see how many kills I have, so I guess that's another bug. But we end up with 13. We actually end up with 10 kills before I leave fucking Pleasant Park. Like, people just kept like staggering in. I was really surprised how many people there was here. Always kind of be jumping, kind of spinning around, because you never know like who you're gonna find. Like here, like I said, always try to build up to the high ground, at least you know exactly where they're at. This guy actually almost kills me here. Like, I get a headshot, but it wasn't enough. He should have killed me there, to be honest. But alright, so usually after like every kill you get, you need to just take a moment, kind of like assess your surroundings. Like right now, I hear another guy where you don't have time to heal or build up. So I'm fucking potato there, but usually get the high ground and then just bandage up when you can. I mean, that's essentially what I'm doing here. I swap my buttons around, so I was a little confused on the whole building, but it's okay. It's a learning process. Tried the quick builder or whatever. Just gave it a try, and it's not working. I saw a guy snipe at me, so right now you gotta be kind of careful. I don't have a lot of mats at this point, so right now I know there's a guy below me, and there's a guy out in the distance. I really can't challenge this guy out in the distance because he does have a sniper, and I really don't want to get one shot by him. So what I end up doing is deciding to, wipe out the most immediate threat, which is the guy on me. So that's what I did. I know he's on the second floor at this point, but he seemed like a potato, so I didn't really build or do anything about it. I mean, really not much to say. Just typical. I still know this guy's over here. This guy fucked up really bad. Usually, if that guy would be pushing with ramps, then it's probably different. But I guess he just didn't think I'll hop down or whatever. So that's okay. Same thing. This guy. I try to get the high ground. I fuck up really bad right here. I thought you built a ramp right there, and it actually didn't build a ramp when I jumped off the roof. And, like, it almost got me killed, but that's okay. Luckily, we landed a headshot with the pump. But yeah, I should have definitely been dead there. I know if ands or buts about it. If it was a decent player, I was dead. But like I said, building is 40% of the game. You see me fuck up on the building, he was done. Like, I dropped to low ground, and you're at such a disadvantage. Like, you either have to like box yourself in, or build like a 90-degree wall, and then build a ramp on it, and just kind of stagger until you try to get the high ground. Like, there's a lot of QC things you can do, like box yourself in, and they try to jump on top of you, spray your roof or whatever. You can edit out, and I mean, it just takes practice. This game, you're not gonna learn overnight. Like, I've been playing it, consistently for about a couple months now, and it's the little things. Like right here, like when you're under pressure, just start building, just start spamming, build walls until you can collect yourself. See, right now, I'm trying to. I missed that shot. That was completely my fault. Should have missed that. So. Okay, so let's stop right there. When you're pushing like this, you need to always build a ramp and then a wall. There's a little trick on console because the way it is right now, you have to double tap in between the wall and the ramp. But what you can do is you can take the little pyramid and you can edit one of the sides to make it into a ramp. So that saves you an extra click in between building a ramp and a wall. I don't do that during this just because I'm trying out, the new, well, not new, but the quick builder settings. But what you do is you edit the pyramid, so now that pyramid becomes your ramp on the far right side, and then on the far left side you have your wall. So now there's only one click in between building a ramp and a wall. So when you're pushing up, you're going to be running, it's going to be ramp wall, ramp wall, ramp wall. And that's to protect your ramp so they can't shoot you down. I mean, they can still shoot you down, but they have to really heavily dedicate in order to do that. And usually by then you've already got the high ground and you're over top of it. But we'll go on. That guy should have built a roof like immediately when he saw me pushing. I don't know if he didn't notice, but so we built a 2x2 there. That just makes the ramp harder to shoot down in case someone else wanted to shoot me. I wish I could see the health bars. Maybe show you like my inventory. I opt for not going for the grenade launcher, but that's okay. I heard one more guy back here. Like, this guy is really annoying. Like, we're in the storm. I don't see him. I jump down, of course I take some ball damage, and of course he's right fucking here next to me. So I'm stuck in the storm. I have like 50 health at this point, and you just gotta try to outbuild. Luckily he didn't keep building a wall. So I box myself in, I get a nice clean headshot on him. I know he has one spot to go. And he can either go out through the ramp or out through the side, and he didn't build, so... the reason we dropped down, like typically you wouldn't drop down like that, but the reason I did is because, we're in the storm, I had to get this guy the fuck out of here and get his shit. And luckily he had everything I needed. He had a chug jug, make pack, and he actually had 2 shields and a bolt. So this guy was pretty helpful. So I'm just gonna speed this part up. This is just me running through the storm. Disclaimer, I do potato a lot of shots here very, very soon, so keep that in mind. But that's okay, as long as you can build, you're good. Alright, I think it's normal speed. Alright, so at this point I have 100 shields, 100 health, I'm feeling pretty good. I have a bolt, double shotty, AR, and I have something else in my inventory, I can't tell. But there may be a way you can get it to pop up. I don't know, just the replay system right now is kind of buggy, but it's okay. The replay system's really cool because, you can go back and kind of critique the way you do things. You can go watch your gameplay, like what you should have done here, like what you did wrong here, things like that. So right now, you don't want to go through tilted, like, especially with full shields. You're going to take shots from someone's going to be camping, so I always stay on the outskirts. I heard a guy with a shotgun up there. I heard a click, so I immediately started building. And okay, so now the sounds will be fucked up where I sped it up. So sounds will be really weird now. I don't think there's a way to fix that either. See if I pause it for a second, see what happens. No, the sound's still gonna be screwy, so it's okay. Oh shit, it's in slow motion. Okay. Is that normal? Yeah, okay, it seems normal. Just don't know. Yeah, well, that sounds alright. So, I don't know where the fuck that guy went. Like, I built up over top of him. He's just not fucking there. Always have materials, like, in your downtime. Just always be trying to farm materials. I do that in just a minute. But, typically, if you start dropping below 200 or 300 mats, like, it's trouble zone. On PC they need a lot more just because, they can do the magic. On console it's not as, mat intensive, but nonetheless you still need a shit ton of mats. I would prefer more mats over, a decent gun any day. So I completely potato my shot. It's alright. Speed it up. I'm just running through the storm here. Really nothing noteworthy. You know the guy's up on the roof, so I'm constantly checking it. So he's not there. I just saw these ramps go up, so I know someone built up over this. So what I decided to do was to take the ramps that they already built instead of wasting my own mats, because at this point I only had like 200 or 300 mats. So, and in addition to doing this, people don't see you building. You know, they kind of, you know, rush through your position. You know, usually when people hear shots, it's like, you know, super reactionary to go toward the shots, but kind of the same principle. But here we're just trying to find people at this point. The river's a really bad spot to cross, because there's pretty much no way building your way out of it. Okay, I'm not going to talk about this part. I completely fuck up on killing this guy. So hard. But it's okay. I think I go back up for round 2. And you know what? Just to avoid the embarrassment, we're just going to skip through this part. Point is, I completed the potato on my top, and I'm a piece of shit. I ended up just shooting his ram down. He doesn't die, but oh well. Alright. Man, the noise sounds really weird. Let me pause. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. I don't think there is. Anyway. I think it gives it some character, you know. So here I see a guy boxing himself in, trying to shoot, you know, break the wall down and get the sensor off in case he's not paying attention, but he clearly is. He actually gets pushed by a dude and gets killed, so that's unfortunate. We couldn't get that kill. And we took the fucking fall damage there. I don't understand this game sometimes. So, this kill we didn't get. We do push the shit out of this guy. The reason I didn't build any walls, he didn't seem like he was contesting, so I didn't worry too much about it. Okay, so what happened there? Normally, that guy would have took a headshot from shotgun just like that, but they introduced the latency when you swap weapons. And right there, I pulled the trigger like 2 or 3 times, and just nothing happened. So now I'm in this, you know, shit-stained situation where I have no clue where this guy's at. So you just have to kind of, you know, reposition yourself, you know, build up, try to sound over as much as possible. But yeah, I agree with most of the stream. That mechanic needs kind of put it out of the game. That gets me killed a lot. Like, it's pretty annoying. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out where this guy's at this point. I put a floor on that just so in case he is in the bottom, he couldn't like launch up and kill me. Yeah, I keep hearing this fucking jetpack. Like, a few shots. I tried to build right here. It would not build for whatever reason. It almost got me killed. So luckily I was able to, you know, leave my shot there and, you know, headshot him. What I do here now, like, I know there's a guy around me because I heard his footsteps. You can't really hear it in this audio because, you know, the replay system. I guess I should have been streaming or recording all my matches, but, you know, I didn't. I'm pretty lazy. Healing up. You know, nothing you guys don't already know. I'll waste enough time trying to find this guy. I don't think I ever find him, to be honest. I think he's over here. I don't know that. Yeah, let's skip this part. You get the idea. I fucked up. But he's in there. Wasn't there. So this RPG pays off later. Massive dividends. So this guy is really unfortunate. He trying to box himself in and he didn't box in the little area underneath. So that's a free kill for me, luckily. Then on this guy, I fudged a lot of my building where I switched controls, but of course it wasn't reloaded. So notice he's just gonna keep building, so I'm wasting my time with it, so I decided to push. Get the high ground, take a shot, hit him once. Right here's where I fuck up. Like, you just need... He didn't seem like a decent player, so not often if we're not trying to build up on him, and that may be a mistake. So this one I'm waiting for him to peek into the wall, and then this is when I start pushing in. Unfortunately, he got sniped, but he was dead as shit after that. I was going to shoot the tree behind him, the splash damage would have killed him. It was GG. So he did get sniped. But that's one dude. He's a pretty decent because he actually lands some really close shots later, so. Right now the storm's behind me, so what you do at this point is, when you're pushing, like, always build a ramp. So you guys taking shots at me, you know, to try to keep your shields up as much as possible. I think there's 2 guys left at this point, so I have to kind of allocate my resources, you know. I know there's a guy in the tower 100%. But there's also another guy elsewhere. I think he gets killed, maybe. Can't remember. Or maybe this is the last guy. Yeah, I think this is the last guy after all. So I'll shoot his tower down. Yeah, at this point I only have like 100 mats, so I have to be aggressive because if I let him get the advantage on me and start spraying me, I'm gonna run out of mats because at this point I only have like 100 still. So you have to just end it while you still can. I thought he was gonna build up my first rocket, and quarter 4, I'm just gonna knock this shit down. Now I don't know what happened here. He built the porta fort, but the walls at the bottom was like arched. I don't exactly understand what happens here. I don't know if it's a bug or whether that's intended, but it definitely didn't put him inside it, and it didn't build the walls at the base of it. Just pretty unfortunate for him because he takes a rocket shot and I ended up shooting it down anyway. It wasn't about to get up on the high ground. So I'm just spraying to apply pressure, build up the little mats I have, and I mean, that's it. I mean, it was a 13 kill game. It wasn't too bad. Just some things you have to keep in mind is this isn't PC. I have a super, you know, overly aggressive playstyle anyway, and you know I watch Ninja, I watch Myth, you know, and you know they make it seem really easy, and in reality it's not, especially on console. You know they have everything binded to hotkeys. Us, you know, we have to tab between resources, we have to tab between weapons. You know, we have extra clicks, and a lot of times those clicks don't go through, depending on your latency. What server you're playing on, you know, the Brazil god, like switching resources and shit on that's like AIDS. So, like I said, connection's a big issue. But it all just boils down to practice. You know, if you're having trouble, you know, doing a certain thing, say for example, you have trouble building, like try to set yourself up to have a build fight. You know, just to give you that practice. You know what I'm saying? Like someone, you know, goes over top of you, say you're building up to them and they overlap you. So what you do is you box yourself in, you want to edit one of your walls, you build a ramp and a ceiling out, you know, 2 of them. And then you 180, you know, it's just strategies that, you know, you attain, you know, through practice. You know, watching professional streamers like Ninja, Myth, whatever. Try to, I mean, I hate to, you know, say it, but I mean, try to imitate these guys. I mean, they know what's going on. I mean, there's not like some new meta strat, you know, some new meta build pattern that's gonna make you better than anyone else. Like, if you're, you know, new to Fortnite, you know, trying to get better at something, like, put yourself in that situation. Like, for example, you know, where I play on really high sensitivity, my shotgun shots aren't as consistent. So what I try to do is put myself in as many close quarter situations as possible, just so I can get that muscle memory, you know, for my sensitivity and be able to, you know, 1vx in those situations. You know, same thing for building. Like, even though you don't have to build, practice it. Build your one by one. Build your ramps. Practice editing. Editing is a big deal. You can really outplay a lot of people just editing like one little square, making them fall or making you fall, building up around. It's just, I mean, it's a lot of options there. So my first commentary, kind of series. I guess I'll make a series out of this. I don't really know. But as far things you need to take away, it's just practice. You gotta play the game, and if you want to get better at something, you have to put yourself in the situation. You can't just play the game and play super passive and then expect to be able to push people, and not get killed. So you have to practice being aggressive. And on console, you get punished for it. I mean, that's just the way it is. But you can be smart about it. There's some situations where you obviously shouldn't push when it's like a 1v4. Say if you're doing like solo squads or something. I mean, you have to play that really methodical. But if you guys liked it, leave in the comments. I know a lot of my viewers don't really care about the Fortnite content. They care about Elder Scrolls content. And I will be uploading some PvP footage and some more builds. The Somerset Isles patch does drop. I already know what I'm going to be running on my sorcerer, like hands down. I ran a pretty much identical build earlier. It's one of my earlier sorcerer build videos, but since they're changing the passives to the 2 hands, gives you extra slot, frees up a lot of options. Anyway, if you guys like the commentary, let me know in the comments. Anything I need to improve on, questions that you have about what I did and did not do. I really wish I had the UI up with all my bar setup and stuff, but that's okay. I'll just start recording my matches instead of using the replay system from now on. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. You guys take care. Peace.